Welcome to this channel. This is a place where we make imaginations loud. Today, we're going to be talking about how to set up Cubase. There are some preliminary settings you need to do in order to get things working perfectly for you, all right? And this is where a lot of people struggle. If you're unable to set up your software properly and optimize things, you're going to struggle, and then the mental energy you need to just stay focused on creativity and enjoying your music creation process, is going to be channeled toward trying to, get used to uncomfortable situations. Are you getting it? So here we are trying to get up and running, and some of the things we're going to be touching include installation of plugins. How do you get Cubase recognizing the plugins you have installed? All right, how to point Cubase to those plugins, setting up preferences. All right, some people like to work in dark mode. You don't want things burning your eyes, or you want it bright, whatever it is. Okay, the general behavior of Cubase. Keyboard shortcuts. Oh my god, I'm big on keyboard shortcuts. All right, shortcuts make your life easy. Imagine using the mouse to be looking for things, tunneling through menus. That's such a pain. All right, so I'm going to show you how to understand Cubase keyboard shortcuts and also how to make yours. And just one more bonus, not just how to make yours, but how to be able to carry it along with you wherever you go. Like if I go to another a studio where my computer is not, I can just get my keyboard shortcuts, install them on that laptop or that desktop, and boom, I am up and running. Are you getting it? So it just feels as if I'm still on my own computer. Everything doesn't feel strange. And then, of course, how to set up monitoring. Are you able to hear yourself properly? You have 3, 4, 5 loudspeakers, headphones, and other monitoring systems. How to be able to set them up in Cubase, so they can work together seamlessly. That is monitoring. I'll show you how to set up MIDI devices. I have a MIDI keyboard and all of that. How to set it up. How to create a new project. How to set things like tempo, your sample rate, and all of that. When you get all of these things right, you're set up for success. So let's jump right in. First, installing plugins. I'm not going to go through the process of installing. I'll just show you how to point Cubase to those plugins. Simple. So let's assume you have already installed your plugins. By the way, VST3 plugins, which are the new versions, the latest types of plugins we have, all right, at least for Cubase, they're automatic. Once you install a VST3 plugin, Cubase sees them automatically, all right? But for VST2 and probably other old ones, you may need to tell Cubase, hey, I have a plugin installed here and there, and this is how we do it. You go over to Cubase, you go to Studio, and then VST Plugin Manager. Right there, you see a list of all plugins that are already appearing in Cubase. And then right at the bottom, you click this settings cog. Yeah, this cog wheel. And then here are the folders that contain all these plugins you're seeing on this list. And so if your plugin is not listed here, what you need to do is you click on this plus icon. Once you click on it, then you just navigate to the folder where your plugin is located. Once you go on there, you press OK or say select folder. That folder is going to be listed among these folders here. And then next you're going to do a quick scan. You just come up here and click this scan icon, and then Cubase will start scanning. All right, it will start scanning, and all new plugins that are found in that folder are going to be populated, and you should be able to have them available for your use the next time or even immediately. All right, to set your preferences on Cubase, what you need to do is go to edit. At the bottom, you see preferences. I'll just show you one or two things that you can do there. Probably that will interest you and make you want to come here. Editing. One of the things I change. Yeah, let's see this one that says track selection follows event selection. I love to enable this. By default, it's not enabled. So what does it do? Let me show you. Let's say I have some tracks here. Let me create 5 tracks. All right. And let's say we have some events here, one event here, event there, event. All right, 5 events. Now, notice what happens. If I select this event, the track here, audio 1, is automatically selected, and that's why it's looking bright, okay, compared to if I come here, and if I select all of them, all the tracks are selected as well. I think that makes a lot of sense, all right, that you're selecting a clip and then, the track is also selected so you can quickly make settings to that track rather than going to select the track individually. If that works for you, it's there for you to use. So let's go back there to preferences. And what's the next one? Let's go a bit down and see. You can also change how your event display, but for me, I think it's better to get used to the Cubase colors, which I feel they're already pretty good. Keep going down. 2 modifiers. Okay. Yeah, 2 modifiers. Now look at this. This one that says set cursor position, I think is very useful. When you go to the select tool right here and then you set cursor control, and then the modifier for it is Alt and Shift. If you see that that's not enabled for your Cubase, please do enable it. It's very useful. Let me show you what that does. Let's assume I'm playing. Cubase is playing at this point and I want to move the playhead. I don't have to come and reach out for this ruler at the top, because sometimes you can make a mistake affecting the ruler in a way that you don't want. For example, you can see this range is being modified, and all I just wanted to do is to move my cursor. All right, so how do I do that from anywhere? I just press Alt and Shift. That would be Option and Shift on Mac. So this is it. Anywhere you click inside the workspace, your cursor is going to follow you as long as Alt and Shift are depressed. It's that simple. It doesn't matter what mode you are. It doesn't even matter what tool you're using. If I go to the selection tool, it also works. If I go to whatever tool, zoom tool, it works. Alt and Shift, it's a powerful tool. Okay, yeah, back to preferences, and let's see, editors, open key editor, double click and all that, open in a window. Let's say now I select this event and I double click. You can see how it opens full screen. I like it this way so that I'm able to have good detail of what I'm doing. By default, Cubase opens in a lower zone like this. As you can see, everything is at the bottom, and I don't quite enjoy it. I only do this once in a while, all right? But by default, I prefer to be in a full screen like this. So you can set that behavior right there inside preferences under editors right here, okay? Everything is quite self-explanatory. Event display. This is how you set how things look. Your colors for your audio, MIDI folders, and all of that, okay? And general, high DPI. You can experiment with all of these. Just go over them. I can't go over all these preferences. I'm just trying to give you a teaser. So just do experiment with them and see what tickles your fancy. Go to editing, under editing, everything under editing, please just do touch them. I think that's the most important category, all right? Yes, and then probably event display and then general. Every other thing, I pretty much leave them as they are. I don't go there, all right? Right now, we're going to be talking about keyboard shortcuts. So keyboard shortcuts allow you to do a lot of things. So these keyboard shortcuts are available by going to Edit Key Commands. So here we are. You can change any key command, all right? For example, let's say I want to change the key command that does, let's say I want to see everything in my project, all right, to zoom full. Cubase calls that zoom full. So I just come right here. I can search for that command, ZOOMFULL. Look at that, zoom full. So when I select it, I can just tap on this key command part, and then I press any keyboard command I want on the keyboard. Let's say I want to use Ctrl or Shift B right there. Can you see? Now it's telling me that this keyboard command is already in use, all right, for backing up projects. If it wasn't in use, that keyboard command would have appeared here, all right? I don't know, maybe I should just try something else. No, I wouldn't try anything else, all right? So you get the idea. That's how you look for keyboard commands, and that's how you change them. But another way to look for a keyboard command is once you pull up that command, for example, render in place, okay? So select an event and go to edit, render in place, and render with current settings. And then this event is rendered. Cubase should be able to remember the last command I carried out. So if I open the keyboard command window, I should be able to see the last action I performed. Can you see that? Render with current settings. And so if that command does not already have a keyboard shortcut, you are able to apply that keyboard shortcut here. So it makes it very easy. It's a smart one. It tracks your last action and is able to help you You can actually use more than one keyboard shortcut, all right, to trigger a particular command. I just thought I should add that. Another thing that's very, very interesting is what we call macros. At the bottom section, you can create a keyboard shortcut or keyboard command for a set of actions happening in a chain. I'm going to give you an example here. Let's say copy edit. These are all macros I created. What is a macro? A macro is a series of commands. A command is just one simple action, all right? Example, delete something. Example, split. Example, stop. Are you getting? All these are commands, discrete commands. But if you want Cubase to stop, go back to the beginning, select everything and delete and start playing again, that's a series of commands. Cubase is absolutely able to program these commands for you, and macros down here helps you to be able to do that. So how is it done? Okay, let's see. Let me just use an example from a macro I already have. Okay, let's choose copy edit. So I gave this macro the name copy edit. What does that do for me? Let's say I've meticulously done editing on a track. Let me quickly record my voice so we can have it practical, all right? So we'll come back right here. So now what I'm saying is an example of audio material that can be edited, all right? So I'm intentionally breathing very deep because these breaths are what I want to cut. So let's go ahead and edit this. So I'm zooming in to see all the breaths. Yeah, right there. Now let's say I don't want this first one. I come, remove it. So this is a breath. What you're seeing right here is a breath. So I'll just click like so. Let's say I want to remove all the breaths. I don't know why one would want to do that, but sometimes, I mean, you have the need to eliminate a breath. So I don't know how many of them we have, but I think this should be okay for now. I've done some meticulous editing. So if for any reason I want to do this same edit on another audio, let's say I render out this. So I've rendered as one event, okay? This one on top is disabled because it is a parent. It has gotten a child now. This is an offspring coming from this. Now on this offspring, I want to apply certain effects, probably normalize. So I'll go to, let's say apply normalize. So now the audio is normalized, okay? Now this is my raw audio and this is the normalized one. And then for this normalized one, I want to copy the same editing I did. I want to remove all the breaths. Do I go ahead and start cutting and cutting and cutting? Is that not a waste of time? It is, absolutely. So to save my time, I'm going to copy the same editing I did. What do? I just select these two events and I do what? I press the macro for copying edit. Guess what? I've even forgotten the shortcut now. Maybe because I'm doing a tutorial. That's so funny. But then let's go over to the macros tab again to remember the shortcut. Okay, I think I remember it. It is Alt, Shift, and X. So when I press those, can you see what happened? Look at that. The exact same editing has been copied. Yeah, let's undo that. Can you see? It didn't take me 1 second and I have copied the entire edit. So macros are so important because they save you time. So let's go back to the macros page and let me show you how I created this. Like we said, you go to edit, key commands. For that, I already have a keyboard shortcut. I press Ctrl Alt K and that pulls it up. So copy edit. Let's see what's inside it. So just click on the arrow before it and let's move the macro side up a little bit so we can see all the commands. So see what we have here. We have edit, split at cursor, transport, locate next event, edit, split at cursor, locate next event, split at cursor, locate next event, split at cursor, locate. That's just all that we have there. Can you see that? So what is that doing? What do we mean by split at cursor? Let's say we select this now. Make sure that your cursor is at the beginning. All right, just press L on your keyboard and that brings the cursor to the beginning of the selected event. To the beginning of the selected event. So usually when you press N, that takes you to the next edit. Are you getting it? If I'm to do this manually, let me show you what I'm doing. If I'm to do this manually, I'll press N and that locates the next edit. Look at it right here. There's a cut. So and now split at cursor using Alt X. Then I press N again, split at cursor, N, Alt X, N, Alt X, N, Alt X, N, Alt X, N, Alt X. And I keep going like that. But you see that's manual and that is slow. So if I could do it, Cubase can help me do it a number of times. Alright, so depending on how many times you put it in that macro, Cubase will be able to do a lot for you. So here, I don't know how many, but I guess I have up to 10 or so. So how do we add all these? For example, let me create this whole macro all over so that you can see how I did it. How you do it is you just go up here, you say new macro. Now this is the new macro. You can rename it by double clicking on it. Right here, I double click, then I can call it copy edit. So this is it, copy edit temporary. If you look here, you can see that this macro has no shortcut assigned. So if you want to assign a shortcut to it, you click right there and then you press any shortcut. I don't know what shortcut I'm going to use, honestly, but you get the idea. Just press anything, and let me just press Alt Shift X, yeah, or Alt Shift X, which is the same as what I'm using for the original macro. It's warning me that I already have it used before. Yes, I want to assign it. Automatically, that shortcut is going to disappear from whatever macro was using it before, and it's going to come here. All right. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to start adding commands to it. What are the commands that I'm to add? Let me steal from the previous one. So I'm going to be adding split at cursor, locate next event, split at cursor. So that's just all. So what do? Let me go back to the new macro I'm creating, and then I'm going to now go to the top segment of this key commands editor. All right. I'm going to go to the top segment, which is the commands, to go and look for split at cursor. How do I look for it? There are different ways to do it. You can look for it by the key command, or you can look for it by typing the name. If I know the key command, I think it's much faster. So what I do, I know that split at cursor is Alt X, Alt X. So what do? I just come here, click on this keyboard icon. Now, Cubase is ready to receive that key command. So when I type what? Alt X, instantly it shows, it goes to where that command is. Look at it. Split at cursor. Look at the command. It is Alt X. Now I can just simply click add command. As you can see there, copy edit temporary has now one command, which is split at cursor. So I want to do it maybe 10 times over. So I'm just simply going to add it like 9 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. But just to make things fast, let's just leave it at 5 times. All right. Now I want to sandwich something in between, which is locate next event. All right. Now let's say you don't know the shortcut key for locate next event command. You just type. So I'm going to use a different algorithm to find it. This time I will just come here. Make sure this keyboard here is not selected. All right, so you just say locate next event, LOCATE, next. So look at that, locate next event. This is where I want to add it. I want to add it right after this split at cursor. So I say add. I select where I want it to come after. All right, and then I add it. Then I come select this one again, add it, select the next split at cursor, add it, select the next split at cursor, add it. So that's how we do it. Are you getting it? Now it's ready to run because it has a shortcut. Anytime I edit a shortcut or I create a new macro, all right, what I do is I save it. So how do you save it? You just come to the top here, presets. You see where it says no preset, you click on it, and then you select save preset. Now you could call it anything. I call mine rocksKING key commands. Let me say keys temporary, because I'm going to delete that, of course. So you click OK. The important thing is for you to be able to know where it is located so that you can save it probably to a cloud drive or your USB drive or into your phone. I prefer you save it to a cloud drive like a Google Drive, iCloud, so that it goes with you wherever you are, all right? It is saved locally on this computer, but let's find out where it is saved. I'm going to show you the location right now. This is the path. It goes to C, user, and then your username. This is my own user, whatever it is your user is called. Go there, go to app data roaming, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to copy this command now since it's for my own computer. And I'm going to paste it into the address bar of my Windows Explorer and it will take me straight there. So this is my address bar. I paste it right there and say enter. And this is it, key commands. So it's a deep path. Look at it. C drive, users, app data, roaming, Steinberg, Cubase, and there we have it. So if you look here, you can see we have rocksKING keys. You see that? So any key command you save is going to appear right here. And that's just the way it is. And so all I need to do is copy this and send it to whatever drive I want to use for backup. There you got it. So I guess I'm going to stop here for today, and we're going to continue with another fresh topic. Thank you for watching.